I still think Matthew McConaughey is the cooler.
Cooler?
He doesn't have a wild man in him. Does Glenn Powell?
We don't know Powell yet.
I
we
feel
don't
like
know.
I can tell.
He's a lot like Arch Manning. It's TBD.
Glenn he has a little bit of an everyman quality, but he is also too cool and too good looking for his own good to where I feel like
He needs to age, get a little more leathered like Matthew McConaughey.
he needs to get arrested for bongoing naked over in somewhere here in Terrytown.
Just down the street, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Was it really in Terrytown?
Yeah, it was on
Yeah.
Clearview.
Yeah.
I believe.
There should be a sign above the house.
Yeah.
This is where it happened.
A disclaimer when you buy it.
Yeah. Bongos for
$3
play.
million house Matthew McConaughey used to live in.
Well, Brian,
Yeah.
we are here at a really cool spot, so why don't you tell the radio folks where we are and who we're chatting with today?
Oh, man. I better check pronunciation on your last name. I don't want to mess it up.
Give it a go, and then we'll...
Imagine you're in Paris. Close your eyes.
So we're with Florence Clemons and Adair. I get stuck. Belisle. Belisle.
I also would like to clarify I'm Florence Clemons-Conte.
Conte. Florence Clemons-Conte.
Because I know my husband will listen to this and say, where's my shout out?
Well, I mean,
It's not official.
It all comes from the email, right?
Yeah,
so
yeah.
because we get to work together at Flo's Wine Shop here on 35th and Pecos, right across from Camp Mabry. That's how I know you guys is
an electronic relationship.
No, we fortunately get to talk every 4 weeks, and it's always a fun conversation. So I told Trey, I was like, man, we've got to come over to Flo's. They've been doing a great job with the wine shop, and it's just such a neat little hang over here in the kind of Terrytown hood. So welcome. Glad you guys are here.
Thanks for coming. We've been hearing about it.
Thanks for having us.
So tell us a little bit about the impetus for Flo's. I mean, I see we put this picture here in front of us, and it looks like...
Which our mothers demanded we had on site when we opened.
Yeah.
That was after
Reasonable demand.
St. Andrew's Day, probably. Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Or some special event. Adair and I met in 4th grade, though probably before that. At a father-daughter organization here in town called Indian Princesses, which I think has now been...
Native American princesses.
Rebranded.
But we both grew up in Austin and went through high school together, remained best friends. Adair moved back in 2018, right around the time I did, and we both had completely separate career paths. She's a business lady. I'm a wine person.
A Renaissance woman.
Truly, I am. But we would stay up late and talk about, what can we do to work together and do something that would be fun and get off the...
We'd be at Deep Eddy late.
Yeah, it happened at Deep Eddy or Don's Depot, likely. And then...
Great spots.
Yeah, great spots. And
They've inspired all sorts of unions. The first time I talked to my wife, in a real conversation, was at Don's Depot.
Well, I went last weekend, and it's still just as good as it always was, just for the record. But then we just kept driving past this building. It sat abandoned for 7 or 8 years. And we kind of worked in reverse. We didn't know what we wanted to put here. We just know we wanted to put something here.
Right.
Started with the bottle shop.
Yep.
Because you were coming out of wine distribution and sales.
Sort of.
And I was graduating business school at McCombs. And so she was like, come help me. Come on, let's do this. And I was like, I don't know anything about wine. She was like, don't worry about it. I got it.
Just stay in your lane.
Stay in your lane. That's how we operate. And so this building came up, and we were like, well, I don't think they'll lease it to us. We're just a couple knuckleheads.
Yeah, with no business model or plan in place.
And so we got together, we put a big business model together, presented it to the landlord. And I think there were several others wanting this building.
Yeah.
And he went with us, and we were like, oh, crap. We signed a lease. We got to go do it. And then it evolved very quickly from a bottle shop to an on-site kind of restaurant bar.
We sort of were like, this neighborhood is pretty underserved food-wise, and it'd be sort of a disservice to put something here that didn't have,
a food element,
a spot to hang, more of a community aspect to it. So we knew we wanted food, but we weren't in the business of making food, and Austin's such a competitive market for that. We weren't going to just sort of half-ass it. So we started shopping around at different food trucks and got the, fortunate meeting between the all-day folks, and it it just evolved
Yeah, so
from there.
all day pizza's set up here.
Yes, so we share the space with All Day Pizza. This was their original location.
Embarrassingly, perhaps, my first time to visit here was 2 or 3 weeks ago.
Not embarrassing.
It is a little bit embarrassing because this place is awesome, and I hate finding out about places way too late. But I came here with my kids. Not going to lie, it was for the pizza first. And I didn't even have wine that night because
Oh, no.
I'm weird about drinking beer or wine when it's just me and the kids. It's
I
like
do the same thing. It's filtered.
Yeah. It's like when my wife is there,
guilty
it's like
aspect to
everything
it.
goes. It's like, let's order 5 bottles. No, not really. But
Wait, do the kids get sodas?
did the kids get sodas? No, you guys were talking about McDonald's before we started recording.
Uh-huh.
They're 11 and 9 and have never been to McDonald's before. So no, sodas. They've tried sodas, I'm sure, at this point, even
Okay.
though they're afraid to admit that to me. But they don't do sodas. They do water. So I did water that night. Did pizza, but we came in here, and I'm just like, geez, I've got to come back here with my wife Justine because we love good wine together, and we love, sitting around a table, sharing a meal, conversations with our kids, with friends, with family. And this feels like a perfect spot to do those things. And it's this little Shangri-La because it's not around a bunch of other really popular spots. It is kind of its own thing. You're on
Really only
you're on an
over here.
island here. Yeah, it's you guys in Camp Mabry. How often's the military coming over and having a glass of wine?
Pretty often.
Yeah?
Well,
Yeah.
they also have all of their own. They have like their own stores
Yeah,
within
they have
Mabry.
their own grocery, and I only think a handful of them actually live on site.
Yeah.
But no, they come and get pizza and wine, and definitely once we added the Lone Man Coffee, which came here about a year ago, they're there. That's full military every day.
But
Lot
then,
of-
what is it? Once or twice a year, they do full reenactments with a cannon. And
What?
so
Kind of
we'll
terrifying.
We'll have customers here, and the whole building will shake.
With blanks. It's like it sounds like there's war 100 yards away.
That's
Oh, man.
not
We
good.
should probably coordinate and do some kind of
Special
tasting. I don't know.
every time.
Every time the cannon goes off, drink.
Yes, absolutely.
That's what we should do.
Oh, I like that. Well, they may be cutting down on their pizza soon.
Yeah. I think
shaving
so.
their beards. They got to lose weight.
Well, it's closed. You can't go in there right now. Ever since all the stuff in LA
Yeah.
and the National Guard, they closed. I tried to take my son there because there's a really cool museum
Yeah.
Oh,
and a fishing pond and all sorts of stuff to do back there. But you can't go in unless you're
Well.
military.
appreciate their service. Gotta take care of everybody the best we know how.
Absolutely.
Hopefully, when they get a little bit of leave, they can keep drinking their wine and pizza.
I do wish they'd share some parking with us. But
Yeah, right. That is, but actually,
So much open land.
But like Trey was saying, I mean, I think that the location lends itself to, a particular experience. Like you kind of really, if you're coming to Flo's, you're coming to Flo's,
Yeah.
and so it's a very intentional kind of experience, which is great because, I'm sure, how long have we been open now here?
It'll be 3 years in March.
3 years in March.
Yeah, and
So-
we thought it was a neighborhood spot. And what's been so fun is that it's not just, people come from East Austin.
Yep.
Yeah,
People
from all over
come
town.
from, and that's the beauty of the all day pizza partnership is that we pull from people wanting that pizza.
Yeah.
So they'll drive from wherever to get some of that.
Yeah, but then they get to experience the.
And
And then they get to
fall
go
in
to
love.
wine
this little
hospitality,
oasis in the
yeah.
middle of West Austin. I mean, we're not but half a mile from the river, so it's
Yeah.
really pretty over here. There's lots of old trees and homes.
Peacocks come around here sometimes. We have to shoo 'em away. Peacocks poop all the time.
Yeah.
Is that right?
You do not
Yes.
want. Yeah, they
Pebbles,
come here from
ever.
Mayfield Park, and you can't get rid of them.
Oh man.
They're not scared
They
of
sit
you.
here all day while customers are here.
I had a story on my radio show yesterday where a Florida man, shocking, had pet peacocks, and he was upset that a neighbor was feeding the peacocks. So as a way to get back at his neighbor, he started killing his own peacocks and then eating them,
I
which
wonder what they taste like.
begs the question, do they taste like
Chicken.
chicken?
You think so?
Maybe turkey.
A little more colorful.
I bet turkey. I'm feeling more of a turkey vibe from.
More turkey vibe from peacocks.
Yep.
Yeah.
What would you pair with peacock?
I mean, something very colorful,
Yeah.
obviously.
Yeah.
Veggie.
Well, I meant wine.
Oh, wine.
Oh, yeah. What's the wine
what
pairing?
wine is a peacock? Oof. I might need a minute to think on this
Okay,
one.
well, if
Something
it
that's
comes-
expressive and loud and needs attention.
Okay. So like.
I'm going New World, just
Yeah.
off the
top.
cuff here.
Yeah, we're talking.
I'm not
Like-
going producer specific because I don't want to hurt anyone's feelings.
No, sure. But yeah, like a Zen.
I think like a Paso Zen.
Yeah, Paso Zen sounds right. Oh, I love that.
Not properly stored at temperature. Just 18% alcohol burning
Yeah.
your throat.
That's perfect. Okay.
You're really selling it.
All right, folks. I mean, once again, all we've proved is that if you come to Flo's, we can pair anything.
Anything.
That's right.
Anything for the house. And you guys do, a fair amount of to-go wines. Let's talk a little bit about the to-go program. I see the signs. Maybe you're watching YouTube, you can see them. So half off bottles to go.
Yep.
And then an additional
Discount for 6-packs and 12-packs. So sort of hoping you can stock your fridge or if you're going out on the lake. Most of the bottles here, we try not to have a ton of overlap with other big box stores. Not to say that there's anything wrong with Specs or Total Wine, but they kind of have their specialty. And ours is more smaller producers, very classic representations of where the wines are from and what the varietal is. But yeah, I mean, we try to be as aggressive as possible with the pricing.
Yeah.
People would think because we're, a neighborhood bottle shop, it's going to be, you're paying for it, but really that's not the case. We get really great pricing because we're a restaurant, and it reflects it that way for the customer.
Yeah, I think that's the fun part about this setup, right? Is, I think that, it's a pretty deep list, a good inventory of a bunch of different things. And then obviously you have a team here that can speak about each of them.
Yep.
And, being able to kind of dive into a region or a varietal is fun, and it's kind of nice to have maybe a little bit more personal connection, right? Because my wine knowledge is decent, but sometimes you're in one of the bigger box stores and you just need somebody that can kind of help you move your way through the list a little bit and try something maybe that you wouldn't try normally.
Absolutely.
And I think that the cool thing now, and you guys growing up here, and obviously I've been here for a while, I remember the Austin wine world 20 years ago. Yeah. And I remember, being interested in certain wines or certain vintners, and basically the distribution people would be like, it doesn't make it past New York.
Totally.
It doesn't make it past LA. Like everything gets purchased. It doesn't make it to the middle of the country. And if it does make it to Texas, it only goes to Houston.
Yep.
It's nice that Austin's been able to grow up in the wine world a little bit and now get some access to some fun stuff.
Yeah.
So you were saying, Flo, you were in the wine distribution world. Yep. When did you start that?
So I started working for Southern Glazers in 2016. Previously, I'd gone to the Culinary Institute in St. Helena and done a kind of accelerated wine program there. And to be honest, it was a bit of a shock. I had gone from this amazing wine playland where I was just learning about wine and drinking wine and really romanticized by it to a salesperson. It was just being asked to, move product. But I think it was a good way to sort of see a different side of the industry because wine is obviously still popular, but it's definitely not as popular as it used to be.
Right.
It's increasingly harder to get younger generations to be interested in it, which I think is why it's so great. This kind of new wave of natural, less low intervention wines are kind of pulling a younger generation back into wine that were otherwise thinking, I only drink spirits or beer or really don't drink at all. And so we definitely have, a mix of wines that sort of fit that bill to sort of make sure that everyone has what they're looking to have here.
Adair, have you been sucked into the wine world at all? Or are you still...
She drinks good wine when she drinks wine.
Okay. Yeah. She only drinks good wine.
My knowledge, it's just not how my brain works. And hearing Flo talk about it all the time with customers, and she does a very good job of talking about wine to a customer where they can understand it and digest it, and they don't feel like they're being talked down to. Mm-hmm. So it's always fun to see that happen, and then that always trickles down to, and then the team we have does the same thing. But for me, I work in numbers and spreadsheets, and so the knowledge is not there, and it somehow can't get in there. I appreciate it. And so when I go to restaurants or I'm here, well, also I've grown up with Flo, so
Right.
I don't need any of the knowledge.
Yeah.
I
Y'all are a package. It's like, well,
we're
it's
together
like,
too often.
Yeah.
Too often.
I'm rolling with Flo, so I don't even need to
Yes.
read the list because she won't let me order what I want anyways.
No. And before we even opened this spot, I would be at a restaurant and I would take a picture of the wine list and text it to her and go, what do I get? And so it's
That
like,
still happens.
yeah, it still happens. So it's like, why do I need to learn when she's got it all in
Yeah.
her brain?
Yeah. You got you got Batman. I'm just gonna be Robin.
She's the one picking for me, so I'm like, and I'm always happy with it. So what do I need to do?
And you really only drink from here, so.
That's really, yeah. I just
Well,
pull
that's
bottles.
again. I think you'll probably surprise yourself here in a little bit, right? Like
Yes.
you'll find yourself out in the world without your security blanket, and you'll be able
Yes.
to
It's in there
navigate
somewhere.
more.
There's maybe
You'll
some
taste a
little
bad bottle of wine and think, oof, that is not good.
Yes.
There you go.
I'll recognize things now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
So in there.
It's seeping in there.
But she's my security blanket. I'll just
I
like, what
love
do you
that.
know? You just pick it up.
So does that mean you're recognizing flavor notes then? Because I'm kind of like you, where it's like I know what I like, but I'm not coming close to identifying.
Yes.
Okay.
I'll be like, I like this. I don't like
Yeah.
this. And then now I've kind of like pared down. Like I know what categories
Yeah.
I tend to. But when our team will, like Flo will, give them a new wine for the week to taste. And they're like, I'm tasting wood and cherry. And I'm like, this is good, but I don't know.
Thumbs up, thumbs down.
Well, I'm at a sad point in middle age where the notes that I'm looking for are less acidic, so it doesn't affect my
That's how I am.
indigestion at the end of the
I have
night.
heartburn,
Yeah.
so that's my key.
Well, that's why, guys, sparkling water. Sparkling water.
that help?
Prescription.
Oh, totally.
Heartburn medicine for
Yeah.
that reason.
No, I'm not on it. It started with Topo. I've moved to Rambler. There's a whole system I can explain to you, but no, sparkling water is this.
Is that right?
Yeah.
I thought it would be the opposite.
Yeah.
That and my CPAP. Those are the two things that have
Okay,
taken away
yeah.
my indigestion.
I hear you can chew on ginger.
Oh yeah.
That works for indigestion too.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, and I think that's the cool thing about the thing that I like most about wine is because there really is kind of no wrong
Yeah.
note.
No.
And then, it's like kind of being creative about it. Like, oh, it's like that's bubble gum or that's bubble tape or like that's bazooka bubble gum or whatever. Like, it's all because, again, and this goes back to glassware and the nose of a wine and then how it, how the olfactory, does treats the palate, things like that. You start to kind of taste, like thoughtfully tasting anything is fun.
Totally.
Like it,
And
talking.
hearing the different experience, like, because everyone's palate is so different.
Right.
And it's all based on memory.
Right.
And everyone's brain is wired differently. So it's always it's always surprising to see what other people
Yeah, no, and I always go back to some of those like pop culture smells or tastes because we all grew up, around the same time. So it's like, those the candies that we like or
that don't exist anymore.
right,
Yeah.
or and you can kind of, when you grab them and then you say it and everybody's like, yes, thank you, that is exactly what I'm tasting. It kind of it reinforces that, and
It's
that's
fun because like I'll taste something and Flo and someone on our team will call out notes, and I would never have known to say it, but once they say it,
Planted in your head.
I'm like, oh,
Yeah.
Right.
There's some rosé that has like the green bell pepper.
Yeah.
And that one was fascinating to be like, because I hadn't tasted it yet, and they were like, "There's some green bell pepper in here." I'm like, "What's the rosé?"
Right.
I took a sip and I was like, "Well, damn, there is."
Yep.
The Amez story.
Okay. Oh yeah, oh yeah.
And then hearing the whole backstory about
Yeah.
it, and like, so it's like that can't come from me, but when I hear about it as I'm tasting it, I'm like, "There's a lot more to this."
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just like when I look at a spreadsheet.
Yeah, Flo and spreadsheets.
Okay, so speaking of, because you come at this 3 years ago from the wine world, you come at it from the business world. I want to ask each of you your specific question to that, but then also flip that too. So what have you learned about the business world as a result of owning this business for the last 2 to 3 years?
Well, so before I did business school, I was an engineer in oil and gas, and so I didn't know the finance language, and that's why I went to McCombs. And then when I was in McCombs, you meet all these entrepreneurs, and especially in Austin, they come in, they talk to you. And one thing the big thing I learned there was, these entrepreneurs are super smart and successful, but the biggest thing is just having the guts to do it. Because I think a lot of people just think, I can't do it. I don't know all of the right steps before I do it. And so what I learned there, when Flo and I approached this, is like, we're not going to know how to do everything until we do it. And we just have to have the guts to do it. And that's why it's fun doing it with, a very good friend.
Yeah.
'Cause it's still fun.
Easier to fail and learn lessons when you're doing so with a friend.
And
Absolutely.
you're still laughing.
We both say we could not have done this individually. We would have just questioned ourselves too often.
Yeah. And just having the guts to, I mean, I remember our first like financial model, like projections, and presenting them to a potential investor. And I was just like, they might look at this and laugh in my face. I was so nervous. But it's like, once you just kind of get more confident with it and just the way you sell it, it's really about your confidence. I mean, the numbers are very, very important, but it's really a lot of our investors and the people that believed in us believed in us, not the numbers on the paper.
Our sales pitch.
It's showing you care as much as it is any detail that you're sharing about the business model in a lot of cases.
It wasn't a side project for us. This was like,
When I tell that to people a lot, and it's like, you know, especially if you're raising money from folks, you know, finding people that you trust their approach, and not asking them for money, asking them for feedback.
Yeah.
You know,
we
hey,
got a lot of that.
like, hey, will you just review this and tell me where the holes are and help me learn? And people want to, like, you know, people want to help other people. It's human nature.
Yeah.
And so if you give somebody that you respect an opportunity to give you feedback and then take it, it just like tasting
makes it a
wine.
better
It's
model.
just like
Yeah.
tasting wine. It's like, oh, okay, that's the flavor note. That's where we need to tweak. It's like,
it's
oh
like-
yeah, we didn't have a line item for the overnight cleaner or whatever on that, and we need to add that.
yeah.
I think to that end, though, we were also, because it was such a new thing to us, we were really open to hearing everyone else's feedback, like you mentioned. And I don't think that's always the case. I think sometimes going into a restaurant, people are really sure exactly what they think it's going to be.
Right.
And we were like, we don't really know what this thing's going to be. So
we had notes we knew.
Yeah.
And
I think that was to our benefit.
yeah, we were very confident in a couple things about this specific location.
What?
Well, we were kind of coming out of the COVID era.
Yeah.
And we felt very strongly that people kind of coming out of that were going to crave a place to kind of an old school nostalgic feeling of gathering
In a
in
neighborhood.
community.
Good call.
And so we were like, we're not going to do we wanted to make it feel like it's been here. So that was something, but we were constantly getting feedback from friends, family, neighbors, and really kind of, it's like market research.
You could have told me that y'all had been in business for 10 years and I probably would have believed you. To your point.
Yeah, that was the
It feels
goal.
like it's
I mean,
been here forever.
Yeah. And having an outdoor element to it as well, coming out
Absolutely.
of COVID. You know, that beautiful patio that you see over there was actually 3 of our 7 parking spots.
Right.
And so we made it a little oasis out there.
Good.
Yeah.
Smart.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what have you learned about wine as a result of the last 3 years?
What have I learned about wine? You know, our team that we have here, it's a small team because we're counter service. We don't really need a bunch of people on the floor. But everyone's really passionate about wine, and everything I've probably learned is from them. You know, what new exciting producers are on the scene, what works well at counter service as well, because that's our, business model wise, we're just a casual counter service spot. So we're not really needing to like hand sell $200-$300 bottles of wine, which, as a wine aficionado, those are what you kind of crave on a special night to see. But it's really fun to see people getting excited by, a $45, $50 fun rosé from Spain that, doesn't break the bank, but gets them really excited about, that particular wine.
Yeah.
Anything you want to add, Adair, that you've learned about wine other than the green bell pepper notes?
People drink a lot of wine.
Oh, no, hold on. People drink a lot of wine at Flo's.
There you go. There you go.
And it's crazy to see as the weather turns, literally the numbers in like white, rosé, red.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
It just like weather is our like number
Oh, it's
one.
remarkable. They
Interesting.
literally flip on its head. It's as soon as it dips below 60 degrees, our red sales start to outpace our white
Weather
sales.
is our like number one predictor on how busy we'll be, what we'll sell. It's Austin. I mean, everyone wants to be outside in Austin, so.
Even like the aberration, if it's like drops into the 50s for a couple of days, you'll see it in that short amount of
Oh, yeah,
time
for sure.
too. Wow.
Absolutely.
Yeah. I mean, I know that's, I'm thinking about Annie, my wife, and how she, it's like, she's like, I'm not ready for reds yet.
I'm the same way. Yeah.
It's like, I get it. Okay.
Unless I have food in front of me, I'm not ready for a red.
Right.
Honestly.
Or the chilled reds here are always so fun. That's something that's
Yeah.
kind of been newer to me is the chilled reds, which has been delicious.
Yeah. No, there's and that's the thing too, talking about, methods, right? And skin contact and tannin structure and all these things is like, there are a lot more, kind of orange, rosé, really light reds that people, I don't like red. It's like, well, you may not like Zinfandel and Syrah, but there's
a whole category in between that you're going to get excited about.
Yeah, this cool little,
little brewy from
Beaujolais. Little light,
real excited.
Little light red you're going to love, especially with, some pizza and, what else? What else do we have? We got pizza.
We got pizza and delicious salad.
There you go. So, yeah.
Salad
Cookies and
is
soft
really
serve.
good.
No, I never order a salad, but I order the salad here.
Absolutely.
There you
Caesar
go.
salad.
The soft serve looks good too. We didn't get the soft serve when we were here a couple weeks ago, but it looked
Soft serve, yeah.
outstanding.
I know. All Day does it
toppings.
right. You guys do it right. It's, it's a good hang for sure.
Speaking of all
Pizza.
day, our friend Matthew Odom, who is going to be back on the Austin Supper Club next week, talking about this list and more ahead of Texas OU, just released his top 10 pizza places in Austin.
Oh, just 10.
Just 10. Had to whittle it down, and in
It's a tight list.
classic Matthew fashion, he put places on this list that I've never heard of before, and I'm a huge pizza fan. But we did check ahead of time to make sure that All Day made the list, which it did. So
Of course it did.
we're going to run down this list now and see if anybody has thoughts about any of these individual places, starting with a place I've never heard of before, Pedroso's Pizza.
Haven't had it.
Anybody?
Haven't
Move
had it,
on.
heard of it.
I've heard of
Moving
it,
on.
okay. All right, moving on. Loudmouth, also never heard of it.
Heard of it,
Heard of it.
but haven't had it.
This is going
Jester King.
swimmingly.
Jester King's great.
Yep.
They do.
Have had it. Love it.
I know Jester King.
Built the oven out there a while ago and have been doing it right. Little Deli.
Oh, fantastic.
This is
Everybody
a
loves
classic
me a
spot.
Little Deli.
This is a classic spot.
Side Eye. Side Eye's over at Meanwhile.
Okay.
We've had it a few times. Super solid pie, especially with a Secret Beach.
Smalls.
Kelsey
Never heard of it.
Smalls. So Kelsey was with Via 313 for a while. He's been at Bufalina for a while.
Okay.
And now he's out on his own over, I think it's Springdale General.
Okay.
And is a young pizzaiolo to keep your eye on for sure.
Passionate.
Yeah.
Number 4 is Home Slice.
Home Slice.
Classic.
Classic.
Got it.
Would argue that the sandwich is better than the pizza, but the pizza's really good.
Pizza solid. And then All Day at number 3.
Wow.
Number 3.
Which
All Day.
Well
is
deserved.
which is very well deserved, I'm sure. And
It's
like
a very comparable pizza to Home Slice, as a matter of fact, with the crunch of the crust and just the
I
overall
think
flavor.
crust
Although
wise.
they take more risks at All Day
That's
than
right.
they do at
That's
Home
right.
Slice.
The pickle pie was just on the cover of Austin
I
Monthly.
mean, how fun was that?
So much. I mean, that's part of the reason why we came here, is because I saw that and said, that looks delicious. And my kids said the same thing. And by the way, their cacio e pepe pizza, also fire, as the kids like
well,
to
the
say.
trick with the pickle pizza is you have to get the ranch,
Yeah.
homemade ranch, and it literally is amazing.
It doesn't make
Didn't
sense
do
until
that.
you eat it. And then it makes total sense.
What's
total sense.
what's your current pairing with the pickle pie?
Ooh.
You have
Pickle
one?
pie. I've been trying to get somebody to buy this Alsatian Gewürztraminer.
Ooh.
That would work.
Yeah.
A little spicy note there to meet it.
Yeah.
Still a ton of acid.
Okay.
Bone dry.
Yeah. I'm in.
Come here, you get that bottle
I'm
of
in.
Gewürztraminer.
I'm in. I'll give that a run. And I was going to say, with Matthew's list, I always know, because he always tells me kind of after the fact, it's like 1, 2, 3, maybe even down to 5. It's very hard for him. He really struggles, so it's, the reality is that all 10 of these pizzas are probably really, really good. Number 2, Bambino.
Our friends from Locadoro.
Locadoro and Bambino. I absolutely love the picture, that pie that he shows us.
Where's Bambino?
It's
Springdale?
It's not Springdale General. It's we're over by Austin Bouldering.
Yep.
Right on Springdale. And that the tracksuit is the photographed pizza, and it is killer.
What's on the tracksuit?
It's like,
What a good name.
Fresh mozzarella.
yeah, no, it's I don't know if it's mozz or
It looks like a whipped ricotta.
yeah, it's whipped.
Those
and then
good
it's,
little pepperonis
it's
that
got
pull up
spicy
into little
pepperoni.
grease
It's got a
bowls.
little bit of maybe a little bit of hot honey.
Looks like some basil on there too, maybe.
It's killer. Jack and I, my son, went over there after a back to school night, and I crushed one of those. And then number 1, who's been doing it for a while now, and we'll be talking to here in the coming weeks, is Bufalina.
I mean,
And
Always delicious.
again, Bufalina, man, they've been just cranking out really good Neapolitan pizza for a long time.
Incredible wine program.
Yeah, great wine program.
The one thing I'll say I find fascinating about Bufalina is they have 2 locations, and you get very different experiences at each location, including some of the same items on the menu. Like the Caesar salad at the Douai location is different than the Caesar salad at Cesar Chavez.
Oh, it is?
Yeah.
I wonder if that's intentional.
Yeah, I wonder if that's on.
Yeah, so Steven allows a lot of creative license in the kitchen, which
That's right. Well, and that's, again, going back to Smalls, that's where Kelsey spent a lot of his time and now is doing his own interpretation of pizza. So, I tell everybody that's always interested in the restaurant business, less so in Austin now, but it's, pizza's a great one. Pizza's great because the barrier to entry from the customer standpoint is low. There's not you're not having to educate people on what pizza is. Some of the nicer restaurants, right? You have to kind of...
They've never heard of the dish. Yeah.
You have to encourage them about the technique or about the flavors or whatever. Everybody gets pizza, but what Austin has done, I think, is taken it to the furthest extreme that it can, and that is different styles, different crusts, different flavor combinations, which are all fun to drink wine with. So,
all day too. I didn't know much about pizza. I knew we ate at Home Slice a lot. My husband's from Connecticut. We eat a lot of pizza. The consistency is incredible. It's really hard to make pizza that good that consistently, and in a kitchen that's 200 square feet. So, that's definitely a big part of it.
Kind of like the bread with a sandwich place. Like, you can tell how good a pizza place is by the crust alone.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And they nail the crust here. At least they did the one time that I was here.
No, they do. They do everywhere. Their other location is great too, next to the old post office there on Speedway in Hyde Park. We're blessed. We're blessed in Austin to have a lot of good places to eat pizza, which, I think is usually a pretty good post-game meal. And we've got...
what do you mean by that?
Well, I just mean, we've got a 2:30 kickoff.
Okay.
It's an away game, so everyone's going to be at watch parties. Everyone's going to be, they're going to want to celebrate the Texas victory, which I think should happen.
I may start the celebration before the game and come here for some early pizza and early wine. Yeah.
You're that confident?
A little pregame action. I am confident. Yeah, I think this is a great test for Texas this weekend.
It is a good test. I'm excited to see. I'm excited to see
the generational talent.
The generational talent against an actual defense. I guess since Ohio State. I wanted to talk to you about this because I'm thinking it's going to be a low scoring game. You have 2 solid defenses. Obviously, Texas is arguably one of the best defense. So I think it's going to be low scoring. But ultimately, Texas wins by 14.
Probably in that 10 to 14 range. Everybody's been hammering the under, and the total I want to say is somewhere around 41. I feel like for it to reach the total, Texas is going to have to do some heavy lifting there because Florida, their offense has been putrid. Their offensive line has been okay, but everything else about that offense has not been very good, and they're not utilizing their weapons properly. Specifically, they've got a beast of a running back who is splitting carries with some other guys. So if they don't figure out a way to get the run game going, it's going to be a long afternoon for Florida once again because their defense has been good, but their defense has also been wearing down because the offense has been a little bit like Texas this year where they haven't pulled their weight, but even to a larger degree. So inevitably, let's say against Miami a couple of weeks ago, they held Miami in check through the first half and a decent part of the second half, but they got to a point where they were just dog tired and the offense was turning the ball over or not sustaining drives. And so Miami was eventually able to exert its will and win that one going away. I think that's what happens in this game is that the Texas offense looks a little bit better than the Florida offense, and the Texas defense, in my opinion, is more talented than the Florida defense.
I think the one thing that we could see, right, because the wide zone kind of running game, right? You can't run up the middle on Texas. And not to say that the ends are easy to run against, but it'll be interesting to see, do they attack that second level? Do they attack the linebackers on the edge? great linebackers at Texas, but I could see, leading tackler being Hill or, just kind of really.
LaFau, yeah.
Yeah, just really trying to. And Florida is getting a receiver back, a deep threat. So it'll be interesting to see if they have.
Is that Dallas Turner or somebody else?
I think that's right. If they have success running the ball early and really forcing, the two deep to come up, do they hit? I mean, they're going to have to play it. But it is Billy Napier's last stand at home.
And that's where I think.
Off of a bye week.
That's where I think this Florida team gets punched in the mouth and you see a bit of give up, because the seats on SeatGeek right now are going for a very reasonable price. So the fans are
already out.
A little bit tuned out right now. And so you feel that in the stands, as you and I are both well aware from attending enough games over time.
Right.
When a program is teetering on the brink of the coach being let go, it's a very fragile psyche that you're dealing with, like what happened with Arkansas last weekend, by the way. They played Notre Dame. There was an opportunity to get things back on track, and there was a level of give up that happened when Notre Dame was starting to do positive things early on, and it snowballed into Sam Pittman getting fired and old motorcycle face taking over as the
Bobby
interim
Petrino.
coach and starting to clean house.
Well, I mean, that's what I hope for. I mean, I hope for a Texas blowout.
Yeah, because we want Texas and Oklahoma to both go into that game in Dallas undefeated. Y'all are going to take care of business against Kent State, who's awful this weekend. I do wonder, though, if Chipotle has become the most popular place to grab a meal in Norman over the last week with the breaking news that came out of the Norman Chipotle a few days ago.
So
What are you talking
what?
about? I'm back.
I know. Unfortunately, they had to zone out for a second as you and I nerded
We'll catch
out.
you up. We'll catch you up. So the Oklahoma quarterback had surgery on his hand.
Okay. Which one?
Right hand, throwing hand.
Right thumb.
Right thumb. And, I mean, I love this sport. I love college football for this reason.
Oh, I thought you were saying the sport of ordering at Chipotle.
No.
Continue.
So first thing happens, there's an Oklahoma fan that takes like a get well soon card to the hospital in LA where he's having the surgery. And
not creepy.
Confirms that he's there. No, it was nice. But then 2 nights ago, on a A&M message board, somebody posts, my son, who went to A&M, he works at Chipotle in Norman, and he just asked John Mateer if he's playing against Texas, and he said 100% he was.
After the hand surgery?
After the hand surgery, which
From
is
the words of the Chipotle employee.
the tortilla flipper, is what he was called.
What he was doing.
Yeah.
So
The guac scooper.
So like there's a Twitter account called like Message Board Legends or something that always takes the most absurd posts from these message boards and puts them out there. And then the next day, there's a posted picture of Tortilla Flipper. They found Tortilla Flipper. He had a picture with Mateer. So now everybody in Norman has decided, it's like, oh, man, he's going to play.
Oh, and maybe a star sighting, so they start going there to see if they can run
Right.
into him.
And so now they're, so yeah.
One's at Chipotle's.
I mean,
Look, somebody sent me a video before I got here today of a cat and a seagull fighting over a breakfast taco on a beach, and the seagull eventually getting so upset that it grabs the cat and flies away. It looked real, even though it was AI generated. I feel like AI maybe had an influence in this John Mateer Chipotle employee photo.
Don't crush the
I don't
dream.
think that's made it to Norman yet, to be honest.
hey now.
That's fair, Flo.
You're right.
AI's everywhere.
You're right. We're in Paint. We're in MS Paint right now in Norman.
What a throwback.
But
Because AOL just got rid of dial-up.
that's right.
finally.
No, we're still on dial-up. That's why we're so behind. No, I think it's everybody's excited for this game a week ahead. I much prefer playing Kent State before Texas than playing Florida. That's my biggest thing about Texas is that they have to play to win.
Yeah.
Like they're playing a Power 5 team.
Absolutely.
With big guys in every position. And so, stay healthy, win the game. The outcome of, does the offense look great? All that stuff. Who cares? right? I mean, to be honest. And if I'm, if I'm Sark, it's like, yeah, let's just go. Let's run the ball. Let's play good defense. Let's win and get out, because the game that is most important is next weekend.
Theoretically, let's run the ball. Who knows if Trey Wisner is back? Because if not,
he's questionable
bunch
now.
Of average-looking dudes.
Last night he was questionable.
Questionable, yeah. They say he could have played each of the last couple of games, but he hasn't, though. That matters more to me than the guy could have played, but they're saving him for the bigger games on the schedule. Now, what I will say is Jarrett Gibson is from pretty close to Gainesville, and I forget who mentioned this to me yesterday. Oh, Justin Wells mentioned it to me yesterday. Like, there may be a little bit of added juice in his step as a result of him wanting to perform in front of that hometown crowd.
Yeah. Yeah, well, and again, I mean, I think that all you need from Wisner is get his feet under him. I mean, give him 10 carries. Yeah. Let him get hit a few times.
Yeah, to get ready for the Oklahoma
game. Ready for Oklahoma. Yeah. And again, he's, based off of last year, we know he can perform in Dallas. Mm-hmm. So, and again, for Oklahoma this weekend, it'll be, how does we got to get our running game going, and Kent State's a great team to do it. It sounds like Jaden Knott may get some run finally.
Yeah, that's one of those.
A mystery.
You'll believe it when you see it, just like me with Emmett Mosley at wide receiver.
But to answer, I don't know I guess Mateer was hurt last week, but we didn't talk about it too much.
Yeah.
But, Michael Hawkins has experience. Ben Arbuckle is a great OC. I'm actually, I'm going to be watching, of course, because I'm intrigued to see what the offense looks like around Michael Hawkins.
Exactly.
Is it just like Mateer? Is it a little bit different? I think it'll be interesting. And if Mateer can't go, I mean, I have faith. I told everybody, no excuses in Dallas. Michael Hawkins has reps. He's got coaches. He's got receivers. No excuses. Mateer or not, I'd rather beat Texas with Michael Hawkins than Mateer, just because that's just an additional.
Rubs it in a little bit more. Yeah, that Case McCoy year felt better because it was Case McCoy.
Oh, it's always good to beat somebody with your backup.
Yeah. So, as I found out a couple of weeks ago, Flo's is very kid-friendly, so it was not surprising at all to learn that you both have kids. How many? What are their ages?
I have 3, 7, almost 6, and 2.
You're in the thick of it right now.
Thick of it. We opened this place. I was 6 months pregnant with my third.
Holy cow.
And we didn't realize it would be so kid-friendly, and when we first opened.
I was on her feet.
I was on my feet for all day long. And we first opened, we didn't know there'd be a bunch of kids here. I mean, we didn't even really think about it. And then we showed up, and there was kids everywhere. We didn't have high chairs. So I run home, and I grab my own IKEA high chair from my house, bring it here.
Now we have 6 of them.
Order 6 more. I think mine, Olin's still in there. And that whole aspect has exploded. And Flo has...
So then Adair tapped me in. After she gave birth, I found out, a week later I was pregnant?
Yeah,
so,
and so I have a 19-month-old.
You're really in the thick of it.
I'm in the thick of it, yeah. But, it's nice to have a coworker that understands what you're going through.
Seriously, yeah, absolutely.
But before when we opened and I was pregnant, it was Flo, me, and the servers. There was no manager. So we were here open to close.
Every day.
Yeah. And so I think me having a kid forced us to hire a general
to grow
manager,
the team.
To grow the team, to grow the leadership.
Learn our role here.
Yeah, because if we didn't have kids, we'd probably just be annoying the team constantly here, just bopping around.
That's a difficult thing for new business owners to do. It's interesting that you were kind of forced to do that as a result of...
We also say we're glad we didn't do this when we were 24, 25, because we would just be degenerates. We would just be here going out after we close. And so it's nice
to have a work-life balance.
I mean...
There's people depending on us.
Getting high on your own supply is one of the biggest problems in the industry.
So now it's we got to go do bedtime. And so that's a good anchor.
Oh, okay. So that's why inventory is staying so static. I get it now.
Exactly.
It's been good. And now we have, it's really forced with me having my third and Flo having her first. It forced us to really... Okay, we got to take a step back. We got to trust the team, and then we're blessed with an amazing group of servers, an amazing GM that's our right-hand woman, and it's the 3 of us are a good team. And so that's also something we've learned is it's not just about customers and the product, it's about your team.
Yeah.
Because I think people who walk in here, if they see the team's having fun and enjoys working here.
Yeah.
You can tell right away.
You can tell.
It's the same thing that Sark told Arch. go have fun out there.
I mean-
Look like you're having fun. You know, it's if it's a grind,
It's all mental.
it's energy. It all transfers. You play better when you're, having a good time. It's chicken or egg. It's like sometimes you can force good play through the right attitude.
Yeah. And we're always like, it's just have fun. We remind everyone that works here, I'm like, you're coming here to make money and have fun, and you spend a lot of time here in the week, so like, who wants to come here and work and be miserable?
Exactly.
Like, and our GM, Farah, shout out Farah, was with us day one.
Oh, that's awesome.
Server
So
on day one.
Server on day one. We have another server, Jack, who was with us on day one. So we've been blessed with less turnover than I think is normal in the industry.
Yeah, and that matters too. Retention is huge, and because it does, it directly, the culture is maintained, so it then gives you the option to, make sure that the home front is
Yes.
on lockdown.
But
Doesn't
there
mean I
are
don't
a
eat
ton
here
of kids
3
here.
nights a week, though.
Yeah, you come. She brings her 19-month-old Tommy here once or twice a week, and I'm like, God bless you. I don't know how you do
I don't
that.
know. Last night he might have lost privileges.
Yeah,
Yeah, we were running around here chasing him. He's pulling bottles off the shelf.
I
My two oldest
mean,
want to go in the.
Pizza.
Yeah, they just want to go in the back
they
of the house.
they just do what they're. It's the example you show, pulling bottles
Well,
off the shelves.
It's an understanding if you come and hang out at Flo's and eat pizza all day, you're gonna hang out with a bunch of kiddos earlier in the evening. But the good thing is, all kids go to bed by 7,
This is true.
theoretically. So if
Good
you come here
ones.
after 7, it's a whole different ballgame.
That's
And if
an
they don't go to
interesting
bed,
theory.
if they don't go to bed by 7, you just put a little burgundy in the
Got
bottle.
booths. They can just fall asleep on the booth, and
Don't do that. Don't do that, listeners. Please do not.
we do not endorse.
There is something
In
called.
case you don't understand sarcasm, we do
guys-
not endorse that.
Do you guys use gripe water?
I did.
I
when
did,
He was
yeah.
younger. Yeah.
That was my
water?
trick. Gripe water. It's this little anise, sugary,
Gassy babies.
gassy babies. But what I would do is
Parents that can't sleep.
I would dip the pacifier in the gripe water, and it would help them grab the passy.
Yeah.
And that
Those
was
days
like
are past you now.
maybe. I mean.
Whoa, announcement.
No, I mean,
Speaking of-
depending on how. I wish I had some gripe water last night for math homework with Jack. He was struggling, but
We're learning to read right now, and my patience. I was not a strong reader, and it's like hearing them try and read a word, and
Right.
you're just trying to be very patient. And I'm like,
It's and you idiots.
I'm like, let's look at your dad. I think he's better at this.
I am the homework. Yeah, especially math, because my wife is
My husband
the
does
literary.
the reading, and I should do the math homework.
Yeah. But it is. Yeah, I mean, improper fractions and reciprocals.
Well, they do
I don't
math
remember
different
any
now.
of that.
They do.
They do math different.
Don't
mean?
even
The basic
get me
math.
started.
Is
Yeah.
different.
It's insane.
I need more information.
Your brain will break. I don't want to hurt.
No,
you
it's
guys.
too early.
It's
Too early. You're not
it-
ready.
Yeah, I don't
Take-
know if we
I'm not
understood
sure.
the other math. so
I don't know if the
know.
other, is it harder than the other math? Because then that
Yes.
won't work.
It's more convoluted. It takes like 3 times as long to do basic multiplication, and the supposed reason is that it helps you with the more complex equations. I have
think
a
it's
hard
so
time
silly.
believing
How
that.
many
I
kids
think
do
it's
y'all have?
silly. I've got an 11 and a 9-year-old.
Okay.
And Brian's
I've
got a
got
couple
two.
that are just a little bit older
8th
than
and
mine.
6th grade. 8th grade, 6th grade. So,
Yeah, so mine are 5th and 4th.
yeah, I mean, as a bookkeeper, my multiplication tables are pretty good.
Yeah.
Do you understand the new math style? Because your kids have to do it as well. And I didn't even think that you are coming at this as somebody who knows numbers really well.
There are pieces
Brian's
that
just drawn a T.
there are pieces that I don't understand, and they're like, but Dad, that's not how we are supposed to show it. And I'm like, yeah, but that's the answer.
That's the answer, and it's the easy way to get to the answer. You're not having to take up an entire piece of paper to go 23 times 14.
Well, all I can say is, Flo, you'll be okay. There are trailblazers ahead of you.
Adair's going to be
I'll help Tommy.
obviously my
Yeah.
children's math tutor.
Right. You bring Adair wine.
AI is
You'll
going to
buy
do
my
all
kids
our
alcohol.
I'll make sure her kids don't eat at McDonald's.
There you go. There you go. You.
For breakfast.
Let's just keep you keep the wine. You keep it, and then she can come in and kind of be
Gourmet meals.
little drunk aunt and be
Yeah.
like, "This is how you add."
Prior to having children, Uncle Flo was that person
Yes, when
for
I
her
had kids,
children.
my oldest is 7, so there was a while that I had 2 kids, and Flo didn't have kids, and we called her Uncle Flo. I don't know
Yeah,
why. My kids were like, Uncle Flo's
Because
here.
it just worked. I like
It
Uncle
worked.
Flo.
It felt right.
Well, we end
next
up.
restaurant.
So we're coming close to the end of our show here, and we always ask our guests, for a little shout out. Not McDonald's, but around town.
McDonald's if you want.
Send me any swag, McDonald's.
Recent experiences outside of your building. Where you like to go eat? What do you
So
somebody that you
I like to do this thing where I recommend things that I haven't done yet, but I'm really excited about.
Okay, that'll work.
Like I've never taken the Von Lane, but I love recommending the Von Lane to people.
You've never taken the Von Lane?
No.
What is the Von Lane?
Exactly.
The Von Lane's amazing. I've taken the
The
Von
Von
Lane.
Lane is a bus. Regardless, I'm going
what we're
to
going for.
I'm going to Loud Bar next week.
Okay,
And I
yeah.
haven't been, but I'm so excited. I've heard
It just
only
got a nice
amazing
little
things.
write-up in the New York Times.
Right up in the New York Times, and I've heard from several people I trust that it's delicious. So that's my shout out. I
Okay.
haven't been there,
All right,
but
you will.
soon.
What's yours?
If you don't have one, I've got one for you.
It's not new and cool.
It doesn't need to be.
If you want the best service, one of the fine dining service, Bartlett's.
Yeah.
Bartlett's.
Can't disagree.
It's not only the food, it's the people that work there.
Yep.
The bartenders behind the bar that take your drink orders, serve your food. It's just one of the best experiences, I
Yeah,
think.
they do
for,
it right.
for the money. I feel like there's certain places, sometimes you spend a lot of money and you don't get the experience. Bartlett's is worth it every time.
I love it. I'm gonna piggyback on Flo a little bit and I've been here before, but we're going back for Jack's birthday, Cipollina.
Oh, yeah.
We're gonna go over to Cipollina.
We used to live over there, yeah.
Again, just one of those tried and true kind of, straightforward, good pizzas, good pastas. It just feels like old Austin.
Yeah.
And Jack, we took Jack there once before something, I can't remember what, but his birthday's on Monday, so he's going to play his flag football game, and then we're going to go to Cipollina. So I'm looking forward to that.
Love that. Speaking of Bartlett's, they used to own the Rotten Bunch up near me, and it went under just before COVID, I believe, so it was probably good timing for them. God, I miss that place so much. But Cali Mocho used to be right next to Hestia downtown. They moved it over to the east side and are still doing a great job over there. It's a beautiful space. It's all its own now. They expanded the menu a little bit. So Cali Mocho, great spot for Spanish tapas.
Oh, I have one last one.
Go, let's hear
Quick.
it.
Best sandwiches, Spread & Co.
Okay.
Also local, Austin Gal, Rosemary we grew up with, and they've changed locations
Everything they do is
recently.
delicious.
Because they're north of campus now, right?
Yeah. On Manor, right?
They were on Kirby Lane, and they just moved.
Yeah, they're next to Daidue.
Yep.
Yeah, I
Oh,
think
really?
Matthew was talking about him a little
Yeah,
bit
that's right.
recently.
They're always changing
Good
things
people,
up.
good food.
That's
Everything
awesome.
they do well.
That's awesome. Well, again, Texas is away this weekend, which means, everybody that's staying in Austin and wants to avoid ACL traffic, find some of these places like Flo's that are kind of,
We'll have the game on anyhow.
okay.
TV inside and out.
Okay.
And on game days, we do half off beer, draft beers from Holdout, and half off orange wine. Because
Why not?
Ooh, thank you for that shout.
Our draft
We'll have
beer
some red
sales
wine
last
for
weekend
you.
were crazy.
Yeah.
warmed.
Warmed. Really,
Really, really warm.
yeah, mishandled Zinfandel. And I'll have some peacock.
We'll have some unnamed meat. We won't say where we got it.
McDonald's. Well, thank you all. Thank you both for hosting us
Thank
and
you so
having
much.
us.
Thanks for
Congratulations
coming.
on
Yeah,
your
it's fun.
success. You guys are doing a great job, and it's always fun to be in flows. So everybody out there, come get some wine this weekend, and we'll talk to y'all soon.
Sounds good. Thanks, y'all.